Just what I need.
To think, Gale's had this devastating all within himself the entire time, and only just mentioned it. Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days. I was just wondering when you'd invite me back for a bite. Who knows? Drow, mind flayers, death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers, if we can convince the right people to talk. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special. I guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here while you do all the hard work. It sounds awful.
Speak, quickly. So I did, and he wanted only to talk. You both lack imagination. Eye to eye with bliss, and you choose banality in its stead. Mark my words, this power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. The mere suggestion is an insult. Gladly.
Well met. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you take an illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you. I appreciate where you're coming from. Truly, I do. But these parasites are quite literally illithid weapons of war. And I'm not so certain they won't be turned against us upon consuming them. Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready. And just when things were warming up.
What's on your mind? If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerûn, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls. Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel. And with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the Weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go. I know what it is to hunger. And I know what it takes to keep that hunger under control. He's done that so far, despite his condition. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere, I'm happy to give him the benefit of the doubt. With pleasure. Lead on. Ripe with magic.
Have a lot on my mind, and, well, in it. Always makes my day better.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something? On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from, and what lies at the end of that path. I never expected Ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it. It's been known to happen. Fine. What's on your mind? I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
Soldier? Hey, soldier. About that tadpole. I see you hanging on to it there. If you're not going to use it, maybe I should. Thanks, soldier. I'll use it well. Promise. Hey, soldier. Let's go, go, go. All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Oakfather's blessings to you. I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say. Hopefully, I've chosen a successor as first Druid, Francesca of the High Forest. I sent a bird to summon her. I need her to stay focused on her training. The Grove will need a skilled healer in my absence. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence. Indeed. It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remained are shadow-cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise. But the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better. Precious little. But I'm quite certain it can still be found.
Aradin was convinced there was a hidden entrance in the Temple of Selûne. I'd start there.
Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Cleric and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection. Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Cleric unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source. Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. Miss it? Oh dear, no. It's a terrible burden. Takes you away from nature and forces you to deal with others' problems and personalities. Be wary of anyone who actually wants such a role, I say. Likely they don't understand it, or they have ill intent. I'm just glad to be out here amidst the Oakfather's creations. Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the Grove was too comfortable for my tastes. I felt removed from nature. I'll miss my books, but I can find all the wisdom they contain out here, firsthand. Is that so? Well, nature does abhor waste. I will keep watch, thank you. I had a feeling time in your company would prove fruitful. There are few things that are too strong for me. And cast those regrets aside. You did not get caught up in the moment. You seized it. In other circumstances, I would have done the same. A bad impression. Impossible.
Everything in your mind has been destroyed from what I gathered. And from the path I see you on, you are doing well at picking up the pieces. I am here to be your ear as you bear your burdens, and the arms that protect you if you can shoulder them no more. I believe you when you tell me that your symptoms do not wholly align with the makings of the parasite. But until we remove it, I doubt we will be able to isolate the rest of your troubles. The Oak Father must have blessed you to make it this far. Or another eye above. If I had my fleet of druids and a month of hard research, perhaps I could help. But I'm no savant. For now, I can only guarantee a cure for ceremorphosis.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking. The Druid Halsin had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close. Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible. That can't be. That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceremorphosis by now. If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flare? Huh, ridiculous. Isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods! I mean, yes. I suppose I can. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Should mind my step.
There's something I've been wanting to share with you, if now's a good time. It's difficult to put into words. I think it might be easier to just show you. Use the tadpole, the connection. Come into my mind. I don't remember how it started, only how it ended. I was fleeing. asked my name. Can't remember what I said. Can't remember anything before those words. All I know is she saved my life and gave me a new home with Lady Shah. It hurts. That's all I remember. Lady Shah. But yes, her and those who saved me and taught me her ways. The Mother Superior. She made me who I am. At least as best as I can remember. She taught me, trained me, punished me when I failed her, which was often. Abuse. Nonsense. The Mother Superior made me strong. For the Dark Lady. Selûne markings. She was once worshipped. Her patronage couldn't spare this place from goblins, clearly.
If not over, then through.
A disgusting waste of stonecraft.
I'll give it a shot. No traps, please.
Selûne. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here. Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
Always room for more.
There is work to do. Better tread carefully.
Well, well.
This is no fun at all.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Can't see a thing from down here.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever. Have to keep going.
I wonder what the next move is.
Pick a fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Out of sight, out of mind. Here we go again. Let's cook with fire, baby. More scourge!
Can't afford to let up.
stand in my way.
Gone with the weave. With ease.
My faith will protect me.
Another fight. Let's go.
Let me recite their demise.
Come on, can't stay idle. May the gods take you first.
Let's finish this.
Well, so much for peace. What a charmer. What to do?
I'm ready. Whatever it takes. I should take that. No time to waste.
That might be worth a look. Very well. Let's have a look. Cursed to put my hands on everything. Well.
A long way to go still.
All is ash and meat.
The air is ripe with magic.
Nothing hurts anymore. Time to press ahead. All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. What's that? Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
I've got a long road ahead. Need to find a way forward. These sites can be turned.
I'm ready.
All right, what now? goes very far down. We'll have to go in to see the bottom. Let's see what this does.
They should all be running.
Just when I was getting used to the sky again.
Fear not, Karlach. Sun, moon, and stars will still be there, waiting for us.
Meanwhile, this place is pretty spectacular, isn't it?
No book or painting could ever do its strange beauty justice. But perhaps our stories might, when we return to the surface.
Attention! Shouldn't be too hard. While I'm at it... Here goes. Best get going. Have to keep going.
No time to dally.
Looking ahead. Let's see.
Need to stay focused.
Survival is all that matters.
What should I do?
Where do I go from here?
Allow me to demonstrate.
Get back!
My advice would be care and caution.
Another step forward.
seem to know a good deal about our condition, Gale.
Everything, really. Not to put too fine a point on it.
A humble specimen, aren't you?
On occasion.
Wish I had a bag of holding. I'd love to, thanks. Things have stayed interesting. Dream in red.
What's next, I wonder? Might find something useful.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together. That will fit in my bag.
A long way to go still.
No one back home will ever believe this. Seems simple enough. These boots have seen everything.
The air's thick with spores. They must thrive in the dark.
Huh? Holy shit. Roulette. That thing could chomp me in two. Moving. Still breathing, despite everything.
striking distance.
Still on my feet.
Got to focus.
Mistra Rill.
Got to keep fighting. Moving fast. I need healing.
Blood comes easy these days.
Rough tempest I will raise.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Concentrate.
Swords meet sorcery.
Can't even catch my breath.
I'm ready. Onward.
Tale for the ages. On it.
What's next?
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together. Never wanted the easy path.
More are coming.
That voice. Do you hear it too?
They're coming. They're coming.
That's a Myconid. And it's warning us.
They are coming. You are coming.
More for me. Wits and blades, always sharp.
Can't give up now. Have I been this way before?
Better make camp soon. Might be a while before there's another chance to rest.
Might be useful. Anything of use?
This place is hungry for blood.
Time to get going. Don't waste a step. I have such a headache. Let's march!
Something over there.
All right, what now? Light on my feet.
The masks, known to cause confusion. Let's not get too close.
What am I
Two masked and torch stalks. Hell of a combination. Used by one, blown up by the other.
Mine's never quiet.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
No one stopped me yet. Moving ahead.
I wonder what the next move is.
How many
many die today? How many die tomorrow?
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
You detect a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy. Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Walk in death.
Still alive, so that's progress. With haste. Maybe I need more pockets. Seems like a good moment to talk.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name. Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick. Right. Never mind. Knock yourself out. But don't come begging for coin if you find him. You try to ransom him to me, you'll find yourself skint and stuck with a fat old lout. My useless husband. Sent him for an errand. It's no surprise he's made a mess of it.
Wanna dance?
next, I wonder? No harm in a little conversation.
Seems the shrooms are letting in. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
What's the story? On my way. You can't see me. I've got this. Foxy.
Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Duergar, dark dwarves chopping Myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Duergar invaders near Lake's edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Duergar invaders, huh? I'd like to hear their side of the story first, but all right.
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Duergar.
The Duergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its song. An illusion comes over you, a Duergar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
Accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision, a wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the Circle a service. We will await word. Fleshwalker, tongue talker, far you've come. Reach
Its size, though from your hollow words or believing your false dreams, you know not. It reveals its own home in reply, a humid cove filled with decaying Myconid corpses.
Duergar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Duergar rot. I mean to join you. I am the danger, and I am the cure. They erased my people. I will erase theirs. In death, your foe becomes your ally. I will raise it. You may command it. Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together.
You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin.
Onward then.
Nothing hurts anymore. At the ready.
Gouging. Something's marking its territory. Best be careful. I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Making me sweat.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Should mind my step. Still in control. Just.
Stop! Stop! People bang! These mushrooms! Toxic! Scroll! Escape! My bag! Please! I've dropped it somewhere. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's move. I don't need any attention right now.
I'd love to, thanks.
My faith will guide me. No time to waste. Mustn't let anyone see.
I need that.
What to do?
Secrecy above all. The mission has to come first. I know what to do.
Get out of there! Stop! Stop! People pay! Scroll! Escape! My bag, please! Yes! That's... Yes! I just have to... And then... Here! Imperium here! God. I can finally breathe.
Let's get going.
Ah! Right, as... What were you saying? Damn it! I must... need to go. For you. Your trouble. Ta.
Let's get on with it. Got to keep moving. Onward.
Still breathing, despite everything.
There is work to do.
Come on, let's go. Hello.
watching me. Very well.
Look at that. Got my useless old man back. I suppose that's your doing. His hands are empty as a whole. We'll have to send him back out soon enough. Please, Balin's got a job to do. We can leave when he's done it. Love? Never heard of it. Balin's meek now, but he used to be a rotten old bastard. Treated me like an old shoe for 70 years. Losing his mind was the only good he ever did by me. Collecting noble stock. Valuable mushroom. We've a shop in Baldur's Gate. The locals go mad for it. Nearly nothing it can't cure. Blindness, poison, hair loss. Probably. But Balin in his right mind wasn't worth half of noble stock. I know him better than anyone. Got the scars to prove it. To no surprise of mine, you're more competent than Balin. Go on then. Hand it over. Sell it. What else? Worth more than its weight in gold to folk back in Baldur's Gate. There ain't much it can't cure. Thanking you. I'll be on my way then. Look, I do thank you. Come visit me in Baldur's Gate if you find yourself that way. I run a shop called Bone Cloaks. Balin nearly sunk the shop to pay for a drink. When he was of his own mind. This might allow me to hang on a little longer. You take care out here. We'll be clearing out soon. No point in lingering now I've got the noble stuff.
Hey, good looking.
This'll do wonders for the shop.